All right. So I almost instantly decided to do another part two. So it's 10:21 a.m. I haven't eaten breakfast yet. I'm gonna eat the same thing I ate yesterday. I ran out of milk and can't eat the rest of that crunchy cereal, so I'll have some more oatmeal and stuff the same way I made it yesterday. So um, I wanted to talk more about the setbacks and challenges of what homeless people have to go through. I might as well. I don't know if I'll use my phone data. This video won't be another whole 25 minutes or anything like that, but it's an extra video. So they have some people who are, I've talked about this, homeless people being criminalized. They criminalize homelessness. Y'all can look that up if you don't believe me. Homeless people are not allowed to exist in society. They want us to just go away. They want us to go into hiding. They want us to not be seen. So it's a crime to exist as a homeless person. And homeless people, a lot of homeless people are victims of human trafficking. They profit and make money off the homeless and poor. And as I was saying in a live video, that the homeless people have a lot in common with targeted individuals. And just like they don't want targeted individuals to exist in society, they don't want homeless people to exist in society. And I've heard horror stories about homeless people being rounded up and sent to secret prisons or FEMA camps to be murdered off, and you're considered a Jane Doe or a John Doe, and you're considered a Jane Doe or a John Doe, and then you end up murdered, and then it's so hard. You end up being killed, and then I've heard about how you're used for meat. You are used for meat and food and drink products. And I heard that Soylent Green is people. Those so-called vegetarian KFC chicken nuggets, I don't trust it because it might be human. So human meat in McDonald's. And I heard it's mainly, homeless people or people, even if you're not homeless, people who are victims of human trafficking get murdered for food and murdered for their organs. You ever heard of Chinese organ harvesting? It's a real thing. So I'm frightened by that basically, and they have, what's eugenics, that you targeted individuals and homeless people are considered there are some targets who have told me, I mean, even a couple of homeless people who said that they're, even white people, it's not about a black thing or a white thing, but black people and white people have told me that they believe that they're being stalked, followed, and watched and human trafficked. And they said that they know that they're targeted for their organs. Or some targets believe that they're targeted because of their blood type. So we are not the stereotype that they make us out to be. And some homeless people are just trying to live every day and try to survive. I mean, as I keep encouraging people to go look at the Invisible People um, YouTube channel and see their struggles. But I was trying to bring it to Mark Horvath's attention about, targeted individuals being forced into homelessness. But I don't know if he might blow that off as a conspiracy theory or something, or may not even want to touch on that. But, but I thought if enough of us targeted individuals can contact him, then, maybe he can, it can be brought to his attention. I'm not sure. But, if you go on a certain website for him, like that website Squat the Planet, the Squat the Planet guy, he banned me from his website for trying to make people aware about the targeted individuals and gang stalking. But he would rather allow people to promote illegal ways to survive, like what is it called, train hopping, and I think it's called train hopping, and prostitution and illegal ways to make money in order to survive. He promote that, but he banned me. The Squat the Planet guy, I don't remember his name, that forum, Squat the Planet. But Squat the Planet was how I found the job opportunity to for coolworks.com to work at the Grand Canyon. And I only worked there 11 days and was workplace mob since day one. Like the very second I got out of that van, and then like when I first went there, and they suggested that I go to eat because it was dinner time, and they had that Native American, the Navajo guy, Alvin, who was giving me mean looks, and I can't believe they had a guy from New Orleans, and he didn't act like a perp, and he drove a red car, but him and his wife, they were nice, but the guy was proud to be a Freemason. So, and he was working at the Grand Canyon. But they made sure they didn't allow me to have a driving job like the van shuttle job. They wanted me punished with housekeeping or dishwashing. But I heard that mostly everybody got paid about the same. But they deliberately kept me sleep deprived and hit me with the directed energy weapons, even in a remote location like the Grand Canyon, where my phone didn't even work. Couldn't even call nobody. But they had people perping me really bad at the Grand Canyon. But anyway, it's bad. Don't be homeless in Las Vegas. It's worse than homelessness in Los Angeles. But almost everybody's out there is cruel on the West Coast. But it's frightening to be threatened with jail every day just for being homeless. And that's why I was trying to, when Alex ran me out of Pensacola and I was in Mobile, Alabama, I was begging for hotel room money every night and couldn't find anywhere cheaper. And I was begging for hotel room money every night because when I tried to sleep on the streets, they were bullying me out of the park. And so, no matter where you try to hide, the police will still find me. So that's why I was begging for money to stay off the streets. And that's when the false rumors began, and the fake T.I. perp cult, making false rumors that I'm a scammer and a fraud and just using people and stuff. And they falsely assume that they know I get this benefit and that benefit. when, I wasn't getting whatever benefits they falsely assumed I had. Like, people falsely assumed that, oh, you have Medicaid that can pay for your dentist. I'm over 21. Medicaid does not pay for my dentist if I'm over 21. So, people make all these false assumptions about you, and even if somebody pays for you to have a meal, other targets will get jealous of that. So, they're making like you can't be a real TI because the one time you had a decent meal. And it's just the craziest thing that other targets, think that that you have to be suffering all the time, at all times, that you can't have an ounce of joy in life, or else you're a fake target. So it is a struggle out here, and other homeless, I mean, people think that a homeless person doesn't deserve a nice meal every once in a while, or they feel like you can't be struggling too much. Well, what if somebody else paid for your meal? That you must not be you can't be too homeless if someone else is paid for your meal. So if somebody give me $20 and I spend it on $10, spend $10 of it on breakfast, and then use the other half for a laundry and transportation or something like that. But it's like I'm afraid of ending up back on the streets again, and employers won't even give me a chance. And they're reluctant to hire me because I don't have, like, a lot of employers are reluctant to hire me because I don't have a car, because they'll ask, well, how you gonna get here every day? Uber? Well, that's not acceptable. They want me with my own, have to have my own vehicle. And so, it's scary that you're homeless and people don't want to give you a chance at employment. They close the doors in your face. Churches sometimes turn you away and don't want to help you. And people who say that they love the Lord so dearly won't give you a chance in life. And you're already been rejected by society. And people who were formerly in foster care, a lot of them end up homeless on the streets with no direction in life, and just thrown out of there. Just thrown to the wolves and human trafficked. And so and I never said that all foster children or all homeless people are targeted individuals. But the foster care system is human trafficking. And the homeless system is human trafficking and exploitation. That they make a lot of money off of us being homeless. So, like, when I was in Long Beach, California, they admitted to me that I wasn't allowed to take the transit bus to the homeless shelter, but I had to use their dirty bus, the dirty school bus that I was forced to ride with other homeless people. And they said that they make more money by me getting on that homeless bus, the homeless school bus, to be transported. They make more money off of us that way, to be transported to the winter shelter. And so I was not allowed to take the transit bus to get there, or else I would be denied service. So I had to ride their school bus to get to and from the shelter. And then wow, I wish I would have done this on my laptop, but I saw a gnat this morning, so So at the moment, I even kind of forgot that I even have my laptop here. But I told y'all that homeless shelters are um, exploitative prison scam cults. And so there are a lot of different branches of human trafficking, but being a targeted individuals is just one division or one branch of human trafficking as a whole. And homeless women, men try to pick up a homeless woman to sex traffic a homeless woman to prostitute. And they think you're crazy when you turn down their cheap offers. I mean, I'm not going to suck your penis for $5. I won't even do it for $5 million. So go somewhere with that. You know, been trying to survive the honest way, to do honest work. So I can't, I'm blocked from doing that. So, and I'm also blocked from getting any attention or exposure from my writings and stuff like that, even if it's nonfiction. And it's free. I mean, you're not obligated to donate, but it would be nice to help me make a living. But I don't hold anybody at gunpoint, or I don't mandate that somebody, I don't bully or pressure anybody, but it's your own free will choice. Or in New Orleans, they say your own free will, your church, not your choice, but your church. It's your church, not your choice. I'm just playing, but anyway, but so yeah, foster care is a human trafficking scheme. Homelessness is a human trafficking scheme, but it's separate from targeted individuals and gang stalking, which is another human trafficking scheme, and our tax dollars at work, and nobody's outraging about that, all that, But I mean, I heard that all human trafficking victims and survivors have a right to fight for reparations. They force us to be disabled to the point where we have limitations or can't work at all. So a lot of jobs I can't get because of noise. So sometimes employers are reluctant to hire me. And I be upfront with people, and some people be like, well, that's where you're making your mistake at. But I don't want to be one of those shady people who, it's like they want me to go into the job dishonest and lie just to get the job, and then end up being fired or terminated for not being honest beforehand. So I'd be, honest, that I can't tolerate noise, or that I'm hypersensitive and stuff like that. And so, but it's like if you tell them about any disability, they're reluctant to hire you. But they'll try to make it like as if you being disabled trying to work is a liability to them. But I've had ebooks published on Amazon. The gang stalkers blocked that. So they have people who gotten arrested, and homeless people who seem like as if they prostitute to survive, or they do other illegal things to survive and end up going to jail. And so I don't want to live that lifestyle. I don't want to deal with drugs or prostitution to survive. I mean, I want to try to find a real job. I don't want to do prostitution or drugs to try to live and survive. I just want to but you don't even have to do drugs or prostitution. It's like You try to sleep on a public bench as a homeless person and you get arrested for that in a lot of places. Or if you try to panhandle or beg, you get arrested for that. Or if somebody walks up to you and give you money without you even asking and you accept it, and then they'll have a Karen who will call, a narcissistic Karen who will call the police on you. So it's rough out here. And as I said, we're not allowed to exist, and people in society ain't trying to help other people. But I think that if it weren't for these stereotypes about homelessness, I think that people will have more compassion, because homeless people are people as well. But I think they have some fake homeless people who gave the real homeless a bad name. Fake homeless scammers who out on the street and beg for money and then go driving off in a BMW. And it's like, how do they even do that? And why? And I've seen some videos about that too, fake scammers pretending to be homeless. But that hurts the real homeless people who will be grateful for $20 that they try to, stretch the whole $20 for a whole week and just living. And even if they're trying to take care of their dog, if they use their dog for protection. And so I heard that flying signs as a homeless person is, exercising your right to freedom of speech. But, I noticed the difference between if you're downtown on Palafox Street in Pensacola, if you're a black person playing music as a homeless person, like you're playing an instrument and you're playing an instrument for 8 hours, and you'll be lucky if you get $1. But if you're white and you don't play music and you have a dog and you're just sitting there, with a sign, then they end up with loads of money. And then I've had homeless people who brag to me about how they get $250 a night and blow it on drugs. And it's like, wow, it's a struggle for me to even get $10 in one day. And I'll be super lucky to get $20 in one day. But, I can't even, like being homeless, I can't even walk up into a place of business to ask for water without being kicked out and then banned for the rest of my life. So the temporary time of me being homeless, I end up going to, I can never, even if I get back on my feet and get secured in permanent housing, I can never go set foot in Everman ever again for the rest of my life. The Everman Co-op store downtown for the rest of my life. For the rest of my life, I'm not allowed to go there. I even twice applied for jobs to work there, and I'm not allowed. I'm not allowed to exist over there. It's how dirty they do people. But that Michael Kimber guy from Washburn Center, he fights for homeless people. But I went to him more than 2 or 3 times, and he seemed like he didn't want to help me. I was supposed to have gone to live at Satoshi Forest, but he seemed like he didn't want to help me. But he gave me that blue sleeping bag that eventually got stolen. So I basically, the sleeping bag I have now is like the 5th sleeping bag that I had. So, I'm glad that the heater in this room gets warm enough that I don't have to worry about using extra blankets and stuff. But tonight it's supposed to be, I think, 51 degrees, and then it's supposed to be back to in the 30s every other night. And so, as I said, I have I'm gonna try to do some writing today. To work on some writing today. But my donation information is in the PayPal and Cash App. PayPal and Cash App. And it's like the online perps frown upon me talking about, look, Candy gets to stay in the hotels for free and this or that. That's none of y'all business. Where else to go if I'm trying to survive? Or y'all think y'all will be glad for me to freeze to death and die of hypothermia? But y'all don't care about that. So people don't want me to live. They don't want me to exist. They don't want me to try to fight for daily survival. And all they do is complain about Candy gets this and that for free and stuff, when I don't even get freebies all the time like that. But give me a job. Give me a decent job. That's what y'all can do for me. So the donation information is in my description box. And thanks for